Hello, and welcome to another stream of Doom 2, Hell on Earth. Hey there, Inmita. Welcome on in, dude. I'm doing well, thanks. Things are going good. How about yourself? I did a stream earlier of Man of Medan. I just felt like streaming something, and I didn't feel like having a microphone for that playthrough, so I thought I'll do a playthrough of it where I just basically play through the story, don't really look at too much stuff, and just play through the game, and have it be like a little bit of a movie style thing where it's more just about the story and stuff. So that was good. It was good to do that. I finished that in one stream in a few hours. Actually got to see some stuff I hadn't experienced in a playthrough before, so that was good too. Oh, cheers, Amita. Thanks, dude. Glad to hear that you're doing well. That's excellent, dude. I hope that the rest of your day off is going really, really slowly, so you can enjoy it a lot. Pin the message to the top of the chat. There we go. Okay, so I'm doing an extra stream of this week because the Xbox had a power surge, and I actually wanted to stream for a bit longer yesterday than I did, but I didn't want to risk another power surge, and I didn't want to risk, any other sort of electrical damage or anything like that. So I decided to end the stream day of yesterday's Doom stream, but I thought I'd do an extra one to make up a bit for that. So here we are on Tuesday doing a second stream, this time of Doom 2, and next week we'll get back to doing Doom just on the Monday as well. Mita, that's nice. You're asleep when you streamed that, but you're glad it went well. GG's for completing it. Thank you so much, Mita, for the GG's, dude. Yeah, there's something about those games too that's really, really good with replayability, different focuses and stuff. And I mean, I didn't go into the playthrough with any particular plan of I'm going to do this to make sure that this happens. I was just pretty much on the fly going, I'll choose this time, that thing. And yeah, I actually got a couple of outcomes for things I hadn't seen before. Like, I got a pairing of two characters in a certain part of the game that I hadn't had before. Then I had a character dying at a certain point, which I hadn't had before. All that kind of stuff, so that was really cool to experience. The great thing about those games is there's so many different ways you can play them. Like I could have 20 different playthroughs if I wanted to, doing different things. And that's all good in Meter, no worries at all, dude. So the level that we're up to was refueling base. We'd done the first 9 levels. I wanted to do the first 11 levels that were in the section of the game that takes place in like the starport and all that kind of stuff, but that didn't end up happening. So with this stream, at the very least, I'd like to get the next 2 levels done. But at the most, if I do a few levels, that'll put me with a little bit of a head start for next Monday. But yeah, we're up to map 10, refueling base. It really is in Meter. I was very happy with that too, and it also gave me some ideas for future playthroughs too. So that's all good as well. Because you never know, because those games are good if you just want to fit in a random stream of something, or, you know, because they're pretty short. Not all of them though, but the one that I played is probably the shortest out of all of them so far. In Meta, you've been playing Cyberpunk, you completed Arc 1, and you feel like continuing because you're enjoying the game a lot, but you want to save for the stream. Oh, that's fair too as well. Yeah, sometimes it can be good to just save certain things for a stream instead of doing it offline as well. Is it your first playthrough? Code, I think you need the Simpsons mod for this. Now that would be funny, especially if you replaced Doom Guy's face with Elmer Fudd or something. How's it going, Code? Hey there, Lucinda, good morning. Welcome on in. Man and Medan stream went really well. Finished the game in about 3 hours, but then again I was just doing the story, I wasn't exploring and reading stuff. I actually got a couple of things that I hadn't actually gotten before in a playthrough. So I had a situation where Brad and Alex were paired up together to actually find the generator when the radio goes out with the rest of the power, which I hadn't had happen before. And Julia died at a point that I've never had her die before. And yeah, it was really interesting because I went in with no plan as to what type of approach. I didn't have any sort of like goal in mind with what choices to make or anything. It was pretty much just whatever I felt like in the moment to choose. And yeah, that was really good. How's your morning going? Welcome on in. Hey there, Ogorki. How's things today? Mitra, I don't know if you watched that video you posted on your Discord about Doom games. It was so funny. It's your first playthrough. Yeah, I'd have to actually have another look. I don't think I got around to watching it, but I definitely will. And that's good that it's your first playthrough. I want to play through it too at some point. Lucinda, oh nice. Crazy to think you can play those games over and over again and still see new stuff. Absolutely, you know, and it's just amazing what choices can have repercussions later and ones that you weren't expecting as well. Glad to hear that, Ogorki. That's excellent. Glad to hear that you're doing well, Lucinda. That's awesome. You had a nice productive day yesterday. Spring cleaned the whole house and got everything done. Getting ready to head to your annual eye exam in a few minutes. Well, that would be a great feeling to get all that finished as well. So that's really good. And I hope that your eye exam goes really well today as well. Hopefully you can get in there and get it done and don't have to wait around for too long. I absolutely fucking hate when that bloody shit happens. I know it's partial invisibility, but I think it's a bit bullshit how they instantly knew exactly where I was. fuck it, gonna start using saves. It really is a meter. Oh yeah, the music in this game is really, really good. I've been enjoying that too about it. Hey there, Lizzie. Good morning. How's your day going? Yeah, and meter eagle vision. That's what the demons have. Instead of eagle vision, they got demon vision. But yeah, it's annoying in general in games where you get cornered and you can't get around the enemies because they're surrounding you, you know. There we go. Finally. Got through that level. Lizzie, you're good. Everything considered. That's totally fair as well. I hope that things can improve soon for you. Hey there, Stan. This soundtrack, Into Sandy City, is one of your favourite soundtracks of all time. Oh, nice, Stan. That's cool. That's really good. I've been enjoying the music in Doom 2. I enjoyed it in Doom 1, so I'm enjoying it in Doom 2. That was a holy clutch kill. It really, really was. I was thinking, geez, it's going to get down to having to punch the cyber demon. Thank you for the GGs in Meter. Thank you, dude. Need a drink after that. Be right back. Hey there, Broly. Welcome on in. How's things? First time seeing this enemy type. At least how it looks in this game. I might have seen how it looks in like a later game to this after this one. Or maybe it's an enemy that only appeared in this one. Oh, nice, Lizzie. That's really good. That's good that you're seeing a friend later, so you're happy for that. It's always good to have something to look forward to. I mean, it might not always fix things or be 100% something that will, you know, make your, current situation better or anything like that, but it is always good to have something at least, So that's cool. I hope you enjoy your time with your friend later as well. You have won. Your victory has enabled humankind to evacuate Earth and escape the nightmare. Now you are the only human left on the face of the planet. Cannibal mutations, carnivorous aliens, and evil spirits are your only neighbors. You sit back and wait for death, content that you have saved your species. But then, Earth Control beams down a message from space. Sensors have located the source of the alien invasion. If you go there, you may be able to block their entry. The alien base is in the heart of your own home city, not far from the starport. Slowly and painfully, you get up and return to the fray. Hey Percenter, welcome on in. It's on Hurt Me Plenty. That's the difficulty that I've got it on. This is actually my first time playing all the way through this game. Years and years ago I only played like maybe 1 or 2 levels. So it'll be good to finally say I actually finished Doom 2. Hey, Mr. Goethe. Thank you for the welcome back. How's things going? Oh, nice. That's really good, dude. Hope you enjoyed your food. This won't be like a super long stream, but it'll be good to do a few levels, because then that means I'll slightly be a little bit ahead of schedule with these Doom games. I mean, if I wanted to, for the next few weeks, I could do Doom on Mondays and Tuesdays, if I wanted to. But I prefer having it as a floating day where it could either be a stream day off, it could be an extra stream of something already on the schedule, or it can be a stream of something that's not on the schedule, but I just feel like streaming it. Or if there's a game I really, really want to play, and I know that I can get it done within 1 or 2 or maybe 3 streams, then I'll be like, yep, I'll do that on Tuesdays. Did the movie style stream go well? You playing quite heavily? Oh yeah, dude, it was so funny because I actually had Julia die at a point where I never had her die before. She actually got her neck broken by Olsen, who's the leader of the pirates, which I hadn't got that outcome before. And also, there's a point in the story where you're talking on the ship's radio and the power goes out, and so you have to go to the generator and turn it back on. I've never actually had it so that it was only... I've never had it so that it was Brad and Alex, the two brothers, actually go to put the generator back on. So got some interesting dialogue, some pretty funny dialogue too. They reminisced about this, I think it was like a power plant or something, that they snuck into when they were kids and had a look around, you know. But yeah, it was good to do a playthrough like that. I had no plan going in. I had no particular outcome I wanted or anything like that. I was pretty much just picking whatever I felt like in any given moment. But yeah, got it done. I think it took about 3 hours to do the whole game. By whole, I just mean the story start to finish, not 100% or anything. Hey there, Senny. Welcome on in, Crooked. My day's going really good. Had a good stream earlier of Man and Medan. Did a playthrough. I didn't talk during it and didn't read stuff. Looked at what was the important stuff to look at, but also might have looked at some extra stuff just to pass the time in the game, because sometimes you have to wait. I didn't want to just have the character stand still the whole time. How's your day going, dude? Yeah, Mr. Gote, so I didn't mind, because as I said, I didn't have any particular playthrough idea in mind. I just, well, I mean, outcome in mind, so if characters died or lived, it didn't really matter to me. But still, it was interesting seeing a character death I hadn't before. Because I've seen other people play the game, of course, but I either didn't see them do it in their playthrough at all, because they just did different things, or what I saw of their playthrough wasn't the whole thing, and maybe when I left, or before I got there, they'd experienced something. Crooked, nice. How'd you like doing a stream like that? Your day is pretty full so far. Started with a company meeting where it was revealed that your sales numbers haven't been the best, so they let 2 colleagues go. Oh. Didn't start on the best of news and got lots to do, so we'll mostly be lurking today. Oh, that's totally fair, dude. Like, I imagine they've got to find some people to replace, and they might not be able to get some people on short notice to fill those spots and stuff, but yeah, I mean, what a day, you know, to start with. I hope that the rest of your day goes well, and that you get a little bit of sort of like, you know, leniency in a way, you know, like if you're 2 people down, then, you know, having to do the work of 2 extra people, you know. It was really good to do a stream like that. It's very freeing, because especially this year, like I found myself, I get to a point where I'm like, I really want to play something that's not on the schedule, but I've got things in the schedule and I just want to stick to streaming that, but then I'm like, I really feel like streaming this other thing as well. So it's good to have the freedom to just use a day like Tuesday. If I want to have it as a stream day off, then I can. If I want to do an extra stream of something already on the schedule, then I can. Or if I want to do something completely different that's not on the schedule, then I can put that in too. Crooked, yeah, it's mostly a downsizing type of thing. They've done great work and were good colleagues, but they work out of Swiss, where the salaries are a lot higher than in Germany. The management needed to cut that budget. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's the thing. It's understandable, you know, and it doesn't make it a great thing, but, you know, it's unfortunate when things like that have to happen, but, I mean, that's just how it goes. Code and testing some cheap pizzas, flat and flappy, and taste is okay, and there is fillings. Well, as long as it tastes good, Code, you know, that's the main thing. Sometimes you don't know, because some things look great but aren't, but sometimes things don't look good but they actually are delicious. Hey there, Keone. How's things going? Welcome on in. Crooked, you love throwing grenades in these enemies' mouths in Eternal lol. Watch them be stunned and explode. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that one. I never actually played it yet, but it's cool in games where you can do that kind of stuff. In the remakes of Resident Evil, you can actually do it so that the character has a weapon that they can use to defend themselves with, and so if an enemy grabs you, it can automatically be used to mess them up. Crooked, is cool seeing that they... Oh, code and Nader Day keeps the Doom guy away. Well, I mean, it keeps the demons away from the Doom guy. Crooked, it's cool seeing that they kept the whole having to be on the move aspect to the gameplay. Unless you want to eat a bunch of projectiles, can't just sit on a spot and wish for the best. That's true. Yeah, Doom 3, by comparison, tries to do a more slower pace suspense. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of, action-heavy moments too in that, but there's a lot of survival horror elements in Doom 3. Yeah, that was one of the things that I wasn't... Oh, here's the end of the level. That I wasn't too fussed on, which is one of the reasons why I stopped playing it. But I'm definitely willing to give it a chance this time around. Even if I don't end up liking it, I'll still play it till the end. Thank you, Senny, for the GGs. Thank you very much, dude. That's the factory done. Crooked, you after beating a tough level in Doom. Thank you for using your bits to create that large emote. I think the demons would just run away if they saw someone do that. Hello, Rav, and his Lee-chan. Thank you for redeeming that, Keone, as a Arnie impression. Thank you very much. Good one, Stan. He's imitating the chain gun. Hey, Mr. Epic, welcome. You can really see that people are getting their holiday pay here in the Netherlands. Your bank, you can't get on your bank app. It keeps on loading. Oh, does it? Well, hopefully soon you'll be able to do what you need to. And depending on the timing that you need stuff, it'd be potentially really annoying to have to wait a long time. Mr. Epic, yeah, at least you don't have to transfer money for bills right now. Imagine doing that and it freezes up on you. Oh, absolutely, you know, like... So much stuff can go wrong at any given time, you know? There's no guarantees necessarily. Have a nice amount of health at the moment. Mr. Epic just called your brother if he had the same problem, and yep, he does. You'd think the banks are prepared for this. They watch, which month everybody gets their holiday pay here. It's always in May. Yeah. By the way, you heard Ubisoft is pushing back their games 2027 or something, most likely because Shadows didn't sell that well. You think at least you read online that sales for Shadows wasn't what they hoped it would be. Yeah, not too sure. I haven't really looked too much into it. Then again, I haven't looked at anything Shadows since it came out. But they're better off just taking their time. There's probably not one answer to solve everything, but I reckon one of the things they should do is they should just choose 2 projects to work on at a time. A big project and a small one. Make the small one of a certain genre, and then have the big one they work on be part of one of their big IPs, you know. Try and make something small scale that people enjoy and that a lot of people will buy. Mr. Epic, you're waiting for Shadows to be like €10. Usually you would always buy the collector's edition of all AC games, but this was the first one you didn't do it because the game isn't worth it in your opinion. The game is missing so much features. The older games did have 2 of which really bug you. There's being able to just climb up hills where you want, and the other is not having a bird anymore. Yeah, it's interesting with the climbing stuff because you had the terrain in Assassin's Creed 3 where you could actually climb up mountain and cliffs, but only when there was like a certain path that was cut into the rock, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And then as things went on, they allowed you to climb more stuff. And so when Mirage made it so that you couldn't climb all that stuff still, it was like, oh, maybe they just wanted to, you know, simulate the fact that in the Ezio games, in Altair, Assassin's Creed 1 and the Ezio games, you can't just climb, you know, cliff faces. So then I thought, oh, naturally they'll just bring it back for the next game after Mirage, which ended up, of course, being Shadows, but that's weird that they didn't. Personally, I don't care. I don't really care for the bird thing. I think by the time of Valhalla, it was stale and past the point of being necessary. Especially Mirage, because you have it and the Eagle Vision, when you don't need both. Crooked Shadows for €10, just wait a few more weeks. Yeah, I still want to play it, but all interest in the elements of the story related to the wider series I don't care for anymore, because the things that I know that they've done, I'm like, But in terms of like the stealth gameplay and stuff, when I do get it eventually, which will be either when it's really, really cheap or on Game Pass or something, then I'll only really be invested in the stealth gameplay if it's really good, you know. So most likely I'll do like a playthrough where I don't really care about choices or stuff. I'll just be like, just pick this and pick that. Mr. Epic, the bird was really handy for you spotting wealth. You'll miss having an overview from up top to spot things, or so that you can see that you've got everything. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. Like, even if they just made it an option, you know. Like, if you don't want to use the bird companion, then the game won't even direct you to it if you have the option for it turned off, you know, selected. Crooked, that's fair. You can't say much about the story yet, but the presentation felt a bit flat, similar to Odyssey. Well, I won't go into spoilers, of course, but this is going to sound like a really sort of like, what the hell? But Don't get me wrong, the present day story and everything of Odyssey is terrible, but I would rather that present day story over and over again to play that than the one that I saw in Shadows. So, funnily enough, it's something that I can say that Odyssey actually did better. But then again, even the intro to Mirage did better than the entirety of the present day of Shadows. And it's only just a cutscene. It's only just an intro narration. That in and of itself is pretty pointless. It wasn't even necessary, really. Mr. Epic watched the 10-year anniversary live stream of The Witcher yesterday with Doug Cockle. First thing you thought was, damn, has it been 10 years already? That is so cool that he did that. That's really awesome. I didn't catch it live, but Rob Wiedoff, who plays John Marston in Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, he started a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 1 to celebrate its 15th anniversary. And I just think it's so cool. And what's so funny too is some of the things that Rob says when he's streaming, because he doesn't do, like, this doesn't make his performance as John Marston, you know, any less great or anything like that. A lot of his lines is sort of like, you know, angry and yelling. You know what I mean? But he doesn't do too much to his voice different than when he talks normally, you know. So there's moments so far where he's streaming and he's talking and he's reacting to NPCs in the game world. And if John Marston's back is to the camera when he says these things, it almost sounds as if John Marston himself is saying these things to the NPCs. So I just love that kind of stuff. It really is cool. It's great to see. You know, I love seeing people who actually work on the games actually doing streams of them and stuff. It's really cool. Crooked, geez, that's a low bar. It really is, dude. Like, seriously. I don't know. It's just, I miss the present day approach where there was like, it felt like, and even if it wasn't 100% planned, every single minutia from the beginning, there was like a consistency with the present day for the first few games in the series, you know? But now it's just like, you may as well not even have it at all, which is a shame because I feel like you can actually have it and make it still feel like it's worthy of being included, you know? Mr. Epic, yeah, you know John's voice is just his normal voice. Exactly, Mr. Epic, yeah. You know, it's really cool to see him play Red Dead Redemption. Doc Darling back home and Rose still streaming on a Tuesday. Got to redeem some impressions because the first stream was muted. That's true, yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I was doing the no commentary playthrough of Man of Medan earlier, I had all the audio, well, you know, my voice-based channel point redeems turned off. Crooked, it's unfortunate. You guess they go by the logic that the people that care about the modern day are far outweighed by those that find it bothersome and just want the history side of things. But they forget that it's the whole reason we have the historical element in the first place, and rather than reworking it to suit both, they seem to just slowly abandon it. Exactly, you know, and like, I feel you can have a present day story that is separate from what's going on in the past time period too, as well. And I feel like with games getting bigger and being able to fit more content, you know, have a thing where the present day, if you don't want to actually play it, then you can have the option where it just sticks with the past time period, you know. But if you want to play the present day story, you don't have to play the past story to understand it, or the other way around as well, you know. Mr. Epic, yeah, it's sad now that you feel like you're only playing the new AC games just for gameplay now, not the story. From what you saw when your brother played, it just looked so boring. Yeah, and that's the blessing and the curse of a long-running series is, in the pursuit of making things fresh, it can be done in such a way that actually undermines what came before, and not actually improve it or add extra good stuff to it as well. And also, the recklessness with which things are attempted can also really drag things down as well. Look, darling, sorry, but you don't think they have an idea what they are doing on modern stories since AC3? Yeah. I mean, I like the present day in Black Flag in terms of, like, the story of it and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind it in Unity as well, Syndicate 2, and Origins. But for me, it's like Odyssey is where it's like, with the present day, and, you know, Mirage is fine because it's not a major thing, but Shadows is like, ugh. So yeah, given how I am towards Odyssey, the fact that I'm saying that Odyssey does a lot of things better than Shadows is kind of like almost feels like an alternate timeline kind of thing. Yes, got through the level. Dr. Darling, Shadows barely has modern story. I know. Oh yeah. Yeah, I watched all of the present day content in a video. Figured they really had a chance with Layla to give us a meaningful protagonist again, but they went so overboard in Odyssey with that Valhalla could only pick up the pieces and salvage what's left. Exactly, dude, you know, and I understand that there's people that hated Layla even in Origins, and that's going to happen with any character, you know. I felt though that having someone who was so hell-bent on proving to Abstergo that she was worthy of being put onto the Animus Project, and them not recognizing her abilities and how frustrating that would be, like all that kind of stuff I found interesting, and how it ties into the fact that she's rebellious, which in Abstergo's case, she really wants to go above and beyond to actually prove that she's able to be on the Animus Project. But she understands and finds out that she's actually expendable to them, and that they're quite content with, you know, hunting her down and killing her. And the fact that she had the opportunity at the end to either stay with Abstergo or become an assassin or just walk away completely, I think that was interesting. And it would have been good in the follow-up if they actually showed some scenes with her meeting certain characters, you know, like Sean and Rebecca and all that, getting to know some of the present-day assassins. And then through the interactions, Layla recognizing that there is some great potential for her to be an assassin, and so she decides to take William Miles up on his offer of becoming one. You know, seeing that kind of stuff could have allowed them to show a different side to Layla as well, that we didn't get to see in Origins. But instead they went the route of making her an asshole. And then those dialogue choices with what happens to Victoria is like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I feel like the present day stuff in Odyssey, and I also feel like in so many other, you know, sort of things, is like dialogue should not, it should all just be scripted. It shouldn't be dialogue choices in present day. Mr. Epic, you thought when we saw Desmond in Valhalla they were bringing him back somehow, but nope, we got what you saw in the new AC. In the new AC, you were like, really, are we really doing this again? Because people really loved it the first time he did it. Yeah, there's no real sort of like direction anymore with it, and a lot of it is just repeating certain story beats in a very uninteresting way that just makes things. They obviously just want to be able to just keep present day going, but they're just running around in circles, and it's pointless. Dr. Lang, you didn't enjoy playing as a random Abstergo employee. That's totally fair as well, you know. I don't blame you. Thank you for the GG's, Crooked. Thank you very much, dude. Mr. Epic, you're even fine with Bassam becoming the new main lead in the modern day, but we're not even getting that. Nope. That's the other thing too. Abandoning stuff. Hey there, Sona. Welcome back.
Thank you, Mister. The name's Bond. James Bond. Xenia Sergeyevna Onatop. Onatop. Onatop.
Thank you, Dr. Darling, for redeeming that from GoldenEye. Still my favourite James Bond movie. Lizzie, you can't wait to play Odyssey yourself. Yeah, it'll be good to see what you think of it, Lizzie, for sure. You know? But yeah, as much as I do say that Odyssey is a terrible Assassin's Creed game, there's still things in it that I like and stuff. But it should have been its own IP. That was one of the weirdest choices narratively. Lol, you can get behind the Animus missing DNA data and having to fill gaps with modern day choices. Get out of here. Exactly, Crooked, you know. I think it would have been interesting, especially with the spear and how it's got like 2 DNA strands on it. They could have played with that a bit, you know. Like, They could have done a storyline where you're trying to sort out which memories actually belong to which character, you know, and so you have to sort them. So it'd be like, okay, so this memory is actually not the Eagle Bearer's memory, this is actually Deimos's memory, you know, so on and so forth. Have it be like this puzzle that Layla's trying to solve, you know, and the assassins are trying to solve as well. Mr. Epic, that not caring reaction of Layla when she heard that her body was dying while she was stuck in the simulation was something else. Normal person would panic and go crazy at the thought of that, but she's like, oh well, let's look at simulations of other outcomes of the world. Yeah, I mean, the way I looked at it was that she wants to redeem herself, and she's gotten to the point where she's determined to do that, and it doesn't matter to her if she never escapes, because she wants to make amends, you know, and she feels like by sacrificing her freedom that she's able to potentially, you know, get that redemption later on down the line as well. I guess in some ways it's like when a character wants to go into exile, self-imposed, and all that kind of stuff as well. It's like wanting to sacrifice something to be able to achieve something to redeem yourself, you know, that kind of stuff. Mr. Epic, but eventually you would go crazy being alone in the simulation. People need other people to stay sane. Reminds you of that anime, which is kind of a song called Shelter Man. It was short, but it really made you think. And that the thought, it's about a girl who's alone in a simulation her dad made for her in order to survive because the Earth got destroyed. Just the thought of being alone, stuck in a simulation, is really terrifying. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that's the thing. Like they could have actually gone back to Layla after Valhalla and actually sort of covered that kind of stuff as well. Hey there, Ronnie. Thank you so very much for the 39 months in a row, dude. That's excellent. Really appreciate that a lot. Thank you for using your Prime too, dude. How's things going with you? Mr. Big Man Shelter really made sad at the time. It was really good. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, storytelling can be very effective. And having certain, reactions, you know that all the elements that are working together in that moment have been done so well to create that effect. Dr. Ronnie, it's going well. You remember playing this in the 90s? Happy memories. Very good, dude. I'm glad to hear that it's going well. That's awesome. I don't blame you too for having memories like that. It's definitely cool when you can revisit these kinds of games too and get those memories to come back as well. So the good news is you won enough to pay your mom back for the glasses she ordered for you. Oh, very nice, Sona. That's cool. Yeah, that's good to be able to do that when you can, Dr. Ronnie, it also reminds you of the old 1990s version of Wolfenstein. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's interesting too, because like Doom sort of became this kind of like ideal origin of like first person shooters, but it was not the first one, and so when you have like a game like Wolfenstein, it's arguable that without that you wouldn't have Doom, so it's interesting when that kind of stuff happens. It's like with Resident Evil. Resident Evil popularized the fixed camera angle survival horror, but Alone in the Dark was actually the one that did it first, Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Dr. Ronnie, 97% kills. That's an A in death. Oh yeah. Took me 10 hours and 4 minutes. No, just kidding. 10 minutes and 4 seconds. But it took longer. Hello again, Hipsuit. Welcome back to another stream. Oh, nice. That's good. I hope work went well. Thanks, Anmita, for redeeming the Arnie movie scene impression. You remember this level, Hipsuit? Oh, yeah. Definitely some, pardon me, interesting level design in this game too as well. Alright, so I found a movie scene to do. I was looking at some of his earlier movies, but on IMDb there's not many quotes from his character in some of those really early ones. That weapon, it came from your company, right? Yes, it's an EMP prototype. It's not even supposed to exist. EMP. Electromagnetic pulse. No gunpowder, no conventional bullets. They fire caseless aluminum shells at nearly the speed of light. You're talking about the railgun. That's right. The Navy has been working on those for years, but the smallest one I've ever seen is mounted on a battleship. Cyrez was contracted to scale them down, design a man-portable version, the most powerful assault rifle on Earth. They took millions, then said the physics were impossible. It looked real enough to me. That's from Eraser. Hipsuit? Yeah, considering the limitation of 2D maps. That's true too as well. It's so funny, things that once could have been considered a challenge for developers to overcome is now just bare bones simple. Hipsuit, I'm not into politics, I'm into survival. The Running Man. Put that cookie down now. Jingle all the way. Cheers, Inmita. Thanks for redeeming it, dude. Dr. Ronnie, you like the 90s quotes for a 90s game? Oh yeah. Yeah, Racer was 1996. It was a year before he did Batman and Robin. Why does Dracula always bite people in the neck? Because he's a necromancer. Nice one, Dr. Darling. Thanks for redeeming that as a Narnia impression. Hipsuit Rod knows Arnie for sure. Are you sure you're not his cousin or something? I don't think so, no. Of course I'd fall into the fucking bloody lava. of knowing how rude. They're closing the gate. They don't like guests. That's true. Very, very rude. Have to leave a 0 when raiding. So just having a look at the levels, there's 33 in total. 2 of those are secret levels. If I unlock the secret levels, that's cool and all, I'll do them. But if I don't, that's okay too. I'll just keep on going. There's 1 bonus level for the Xbox version as well. So because I'm playing that version, there'll be that bonus level. So if I miss the 2 secret levels, it's okay. And if I do miss those, then there's actually just 31 levels, not 33. We just finished the industrial zone, which is level 15. So assuming that I don't do the secret levels, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 levels left. But 18 levels left if I actually do get the secret levels. However, this is where I'm going to call it a stream. I'll have a head start on next Monday, and we'll see how we do from here. But I just want to thank everyone so much for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. Let's make a save here. There we go. Before I end the stream though, I'd just like to give some shout outs. Would like to definitely recommend people check out Dr. Ronnie. He's doing a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2. He also wears a cowboy hat when he's playing that game on camera. He changes what hat he's wearing depending on the game. And also in Red Dead Redemption 2, he likes to steal the hats off of enemies. And Mita is doing a playthrough of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt as part of celebrating the game's 10th anniversary. He's doing a 100% playthrough without the HUD, no fast travel, unless the game forces it. Not allowed to look at the game map unless the game forces it. And so it's a big, massive playthrough. Hipsuit has been doing some Stardew Valley. Crocodiles finished Assassin's Creed 2 as part of his historical order run. He's got plenty of other games in that historical order run to come along. Not just more Assassin's Creed games, but also other games from different genres. He's doing them in timeline order. Lucinda is doing a playthrough of Resident Evil Revelations 2 as part of her Resident Evil Marathon. We'll also be doing Resident Evil 6, 7 and Village, as well as the Shadows of Rose DLC for Village 2. And Mr. Gote is also definitely recommended. He's doing games like Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, as well as being a fan of games like Elden Ring and the Outlast series. Hey there, Erin. I hope things have been going well. It's so cool seeing how far video games have developed. Looking at this version of the game compared to the newest one is fascinating. Absolutely, it's crazy too how quickly things can improve. And when you think about games like this, 1994, we were getting close to things like PlayStation 1. And then when you think about the early 2000s, we were already getting to PS2 and then the original Xbox. And it's just crazy how quickly things have advanced and all that kind of stuff. That's all good for the stream and for the shout out in Mita. Absolutely no trouble at all, dude. We're going to go and raid out to Queen of Skeletons. She's doing a playthrough of a game called The Dark Occult, and she's also a big fan of Doom. I don't know if she's still doing it, she might have finished the game, but she was playing through the new Doom game, The Dark Ages, recently. So we'll go and raid out to Queen of Skeletons. She plays a lot of games. Also, if she finishes one game in a stream, depending on how much time it took in that stream, she'll also jump into a new game as well. So we'll raid out to Queen of Skeletons. Here's a general raid message that people can feel free to copy and paste. I'll also put one into chat for subscribers as well. And I'll put my horror game related emotes in that. Which is that one there. There's also my current schedule. So this stream of Doom 2 was just like an extra stream because my Monday stream of it, I wanted to actually do quite a few levels, but there was a power surge that turned my Xbox off and then on again, and so I didn't want to risk anything going wrong, so I called it a stream day, but I decided that I would do an extra stream of Doom 2 to make up for that. So that was the stream just now. Got through a few levels, so that's good. And Wednesday and Thursday is Assassin's Creed 3. So if you see me streaming Assassin's Creed 3, then you know it's become Wednesday. That's the next stream you'll see from me. On Friday is Vampire, and then on the weekend, continuing the music-only playthrough for Rise of the Tomb Raider. And so the next scheduled Doom stream will be next Monday. Thank you once again, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate it a lot. I hope that everyone has a great rest of your day. Yeah, Dr. Ronnie. Also did a playthrough earlier of Man of Medan, because I just felt like streaming something. So that was an unscheduled stream as well. So that was all done. Thanks everyone, hope you all have a good one. Catch you next time.